Hey, what's good, everybody? I wanted to do a quick reading for this solar eclipse that's coming up in the sign of Aries, right? So let's see. I'm gonna use this Dark Goddess Tarot first and see what comes out, right? Actually, this card did jump out. If it comes out again, then that's fine. But for the Dark Goddess, what's the message for the collective for this solar eclipse? Whoa, down. So first we have. I don't think I've ever seen transformation. Wow. Ceridwen transformation. Actually, I think she has came out before. Let's see what that's about. Transformation. So maybe you're going through a transformation at this moment, right? With the solar eclipse energy. It's been really well, I've definitely felt it. It's definitely been about transformation. So myth. Ceridwen is the Welsh goddess of wisdom, inspiration, and rebirth. She is a shape-shifting witch, herbalist, and keeper of the cauldron of knowledge. Her magical cauldron holds a potion that grants inspiration, knowledge, and transformation, but it must be brewed for a full year and a day to achieve its potency. A full year and a day to achieve its potency. In legend, Ceridwen leaves a young servant, Gwion, to watch the brew, but he accidentally spills some, granting him the knowledge and power of the potion. An angry Serdwin gives chase until he finally finds safety by transforming into her child, whom she is unable to harm. That's interesting. Meaning, glorious and magical energy is swirling all around you. You are prepared for this transformation. Serdwin is here to guide you as you release the limitations of the past and step forward into this exciting new phase in your life. You are coming into a truer and deeper understanding of yourself. Enjoy the reward of your dedication to your growth. Wow, that's pretty, I mean, that's great news, right? So, obviously, not all transformation is easy, right? Some transformations can be hard, right? Like, I don't know. I think I've definitely been feeling the energies of these, like from this moon eclipse to the lunar eclipse and this eclipse. The energy um has definitely been very strong. Second, take that one because I think I just, whoa, that one was crazy. Like that card just flew out. Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna pull one from the Wisdom of the Elders as well. Then I'll pull some tarot after that. It's just been a lot of transformation, right? And like butterflies represent transformation, right? And I've literally, it's happened already. I don't know how many times I've been driving and just a little butterfly will come in front of the car, right? As I'm like on a red light or something. So yeah, it's been pretty interesting, right? So from the Wisdom of the Elders, what other message do you have for the collective for this solar eclipse? Okay, I saw something flip over. Bravery. Wow. Okay. So that makes sense, right? Like I said, obviously not all transformation is easy. So maybe some of you are being asked to be brave at this moment because and the bear, right? So maybe you need to call on to the bear spirit to come help you. And that makes sense, right? Because it's spring, like spring just started and looks like everything's growing, right? So bravery, the bear. In the Anishinaabe language, bravery means the state of having a fearless heart, which means that we must be brave to do what is right regardless of the consequences. It is often easier to remain silent when we see something is unjust, as it can be difficult to speak up for fear of retaliation. Bravery is the gift that bear provides to us. Although these animals are gentle by nature, the ferociousness of a mother bear when one of her cubs is approached epitomizes the teaching of bravery. Bear is courageous and teaches us to have the mental and moral strength to overcome the fears that prevent us from fully engaging with this specific sacred grandfather teaching. It is a challenge that must be faced with the same level of strength and intensity as a mother bear protecting her cub. Bear shows us we should face our challenges with ferocity, even when it is difficult to do so. Bravery is a sacred teaching that is given and revealed when it is needed the most. When we stand up to do what is right, we demonstrate bravery. If you have drawn this card today, you are being called to exhibit bravery in your own life. You may be asked to embody the courage of bear to speak out against what is wrong. This is an opportunity to take on a challenge that might scare you. Embracing bravery will allow you to release your fears and you can trust that the rewards are worth the risk. Wow, that's amazing. That yeah, I mean for me, I think it makes perfect sense, right? As you're going through this transformation, maybe it's part of that. Maybe you're going into something where you're going to be speaking up more about things that, aren't right, right? Like I know right now a lot of things are going on and sometimes people, if they already have a bias about something, even though they know something's wrong, they won't speak up about it, right? But I'm seeing more people beginning to speak up about things that aren't right, right? So I think right now is a good opportunity for that. And so maybe that's a collective energy. More people are gonna start. We're supposed to be going through all this shift. So as people are shifting, it's almost like doing what's right can't be denied anymore, right? Like you can deny it, but it's not gonna feel good at all, right? Hopefully, I'm making sense with that. Wow, the magician. I don't think this card had came out before since I've been using this deck. And it says the knowledge to overcome, to resolve, not overcome, but to resolve any problem. That stood out to me, right? That you have the knowledge. It feels very like someone that has done the work and is prepared. So it makes sense, right, to transform into that and then have the bravery also, right? So first the transformation and then also, the bravery to step into that, right? To be able to I don't know where I put the bravery card, but it takes a lot of bravery to be able to, and it's the throat chakra too, right? So to speak up. So that's funny. It's like the whole message makes sense, right? And it talks about, like, it's your free will, right? It's your At the end of the day, it's your choice if you're gonna do it or not, right? I mean, the universe can make you as uncomfortable as it can to push you, to nudge you in that direction, but ultimately you're gonna have to do it, right? And right under you know, yeah, I'm surprised. I don't know. I'm almost like, man, I know I shuffled it like a lot, but it's funny that this almost didn't wasn't gonna pull it but it's funny that the high priestess came out right under that, right? I mean, it's never happened before, right? Since I've been shuffling this deck and all that, but you know, it's interesting that it came out like that right now. Like the magician, right? The throat chakra, then the third eye, but it's also about like, right, if it's everything together, it's about knowing what you're supposed to do and doing it, right? And having the bravery to speak up, right? Because it's not gonna be easy, but having that higher understanding, right? And even that, imagine that to say having the knowledge to resolve any problem. That's like on another level, right? So whoever this is connecting to, That's like on a whole nother level, right? And then the Two of Cups came out, so it's almost like the icing on the cake, right? Whether it's a partnership or just basically any kind of situation, right? Whoever this is, yeah, I got chills right now, all down. Like whoever this is connecting to, right? It's like almost like not almost, the universe is saying you are ready. You have what it takes to resolve conflicts. Someone that has done the work, right? Knowledge of from a ethereal place, right? From the heavens, from the other place, right? To have that knowledge to, you know, it actually is really deep, right? I keep getting chills like all down. It's almost like someone being put here for the reason of that, right? To resolve conflict in humanity, right? That's pretty deep. I don't know. That's crazy. I don't, and it could be a variety of people, right? Imagine we're living in those times that it's like, when they say like whether starseed or this or that, right? Being put to uplift humanity. And it's almost like, you know, it's an interesting energy, right? Obviously, who wouldn't want more of that energy of people being here that have that kind of knowledge, that have that kind of understanding to resolve any conflict that you know. I feel like yeah, the time is now because this that's what this feels like right now, right? It's funny, my heart was lighting up and then it's like the heart chakra, right? It's almost like you're ready to go into battle, right? Hmm. Yeah, that's interesting. I guess you'll know when the time comes, right? Because even right here, it talks about taking advantage of an opportunity, right? So it's like you'll know when it's time to speak up. I think you'll be guided spiritually, and then I mean, I feel like you will make the choice. Like even though everything's a choice, right? I feel like you will know when it's time to speak up about things, right? Like you'll just know. And I think everything will balance out. Like Nine of Pentacles came out with that. I forgot that all this is about like this eclipse. So I mean, there's just a whole lot of things going on. But I think that's the overall theme. Like whoever this is connecting with is those that have, I mean, the universe believes in you. So like, how could you not, right? That's kind of the thing. And I feel almost like that, right? Like they're gonna, you know, provide a way for you to be okay, right? Because even that, right? Obviously, if you're here doing work like that kind of work, right? Like the universe is gonna provide. Because obviously, if you don't have the means, then yeah, you're gonna be worried about finances. Even though that's a challenge in itself, right? Knowing that you're taken care of already, right? Like that the universe will provide for you one way or another. But I think they're gonna make it more evident, right? I think that that like if you're someone that probably has been struggling with financial things, it'll be put there so you know, like or you'll be all right, right? You'll be all right. That's really what I'm feeling, right? So that you could do the work that you were meant to do all along. That's what I think. So that's what I feel, right? So, you know, and then the sacral chakra, right? The sacral chakra matters with you know, not so much confidence, right? Because that's more like the solar plexus, but it definitely is an energy that will help you feel balanced, right? Really all the chakras, right? Like it's important to have them aligned, but you'll feel nurtured even. Like so I feel like as you're whether it's from the universe or maybe just partnerships, right? You'll have the right partnerships so you can focus on what you need to do, right? So let me pull one more card and then I hope I made sense because I know it's making sense to me, right? It's a strong energy. I mean, it definitely feels like a new beginning of something, right? Not a new beginning, but a beginning towards your destiny in a way is what I'm feeling. So it's really interesting. One more message for the collective, or is that pretty much, is there any last message for the collective? That might be it. That might have been the message, right? Oh, uh, oh, I jumped way out there. I think it makes sense, right? I got chills again. I think it's a reminder to don't be looking at the past. Don't worry about, yeah, getting chills all down right here. So don't be looking at the past thinking about what was, your life. I think it already is. I don't even want to say it's changing because I feel like the transformation is already, whether it's already complete or it's about to be complete or you're going through all that. So 5 of Cups, right? It's like that. You see the 2 cups behind. Yeah, you dropped the 3 cups, but you got these 2 cups, and that's what you need, right? For this time being, that's what you need. But it even talks about like a sad moment, right? And I guess that's how it is sometimes, you get sad about the past and those things, right? And it'll bring up, it'll bring up memories, right? Or stuff like that as you're trying to detach. There's always moments of like, but something, right? Like, I mean, we see it especially in relationships, right? Moving away from one and people at the end, right? Like are afraid to let things go for whatever reason, right? Different things. And so I think this is important. It's good to end it like that, right? Like you got all this stuff going on. Don't get in your head like right now, it's still Mercury retrograde. So this card makes perfect sense right now, right? So maybe you're going through all these things, and as you're going through this, you know, the past is creeping in, trying to like distract you from what you got, right? You got these 2 new cups. Don't be worried about the spilled milk, so to speak. So I think on that note, I don't really like you saw whatever signs came up, right? Because to me, it's like it doesn't feel like this message was about any of that, right? So obviously, this could be for anybody that it resonates with. Um, yeah, really interesting reading. I mean, I feel like, obviously bravery came out, right? So the transformation always takes bravery, right? It's not always easy. It feels like this was something heavy, but like a whole transformation happened, right? Like a real big transformation. So I think on that note, I'll end it. Let me know if it resonated, right? I'll probably try to pull another one on the day of the eclipse or, maybe even tomorrow, whatever, as I'm doing this. So, let me know if it resonates. Don't forget to give it a thumbs up and all that good stuff. All right, peace.